See that chicken? See, the reason you don't like white meat is because you're probably cooking it wrong. Hey guys, welcome to my kitchen. I'm Jamison and this is how I cook. So I'm making weeknight dinner and I'm gonna roast a chicken. And so I'm gonna show you how to make a beautiful marinade for your chicken. So up next on This Is How I Cook, I'm gonna show you what I call refrigerator marinated chicken for weeknight dinner. All right guys, before we get farther into the recipe, do me a favor, hit that subscription button and turn on those notifications. It really does help my channel. So we're making refrigerator marinade. The key to this recipe is that there really is no key to this recipe. We've got all these different ingredients that I've accumulated throughout the week from cooking. We've got a tomato that's seen its better days, right? It's got some spoilage on it. We're going to use that. We've got part of a jalapeno pepper that we've consumed. We're going to use that. I've got a serrano pepper that's hanging out in the fridge. I'm going to use that. I've got these white onion trimmings. We're going to use that. I've got a bunch of cilantro here, literally a bunch. I'm going to throw that in there. I've got a lime that's been hanging around in my kitchen. And then I've got some cumin. I've also got a packet of Sazon, and we've also got some olive oil we're going to use and some kosher salt. So let me show you how I put this together. So I've got my mixing glass here that I'm going to work in to build my marinade. And so first thing we're going to do is start with the oil. So I'm only going to put in about a quarter cup of olive oil. Next thing I want to do is put in my salt. I'm going to put in 3 generous teaspoons of salt. We need plenty of salt to season the chicken, so that's why we put so much salt in there. Next thing I'm going to throw in here, all those garlic cloves, just throw those in. We got our onion parts here, so we're just going to take those. We're going to blend all this together anyway, so it doesn't have to be perfect, but I just take these and chop them up and put them in there. So I've got this jalapeno pepper. I took most of the seeds out, left a few in. This is fridge marinade. Hey, just put it in there. Good old fashioned refrigerator marinade. Just put it in there. So we got that serrano pepper now. We're gonna put that in there. And I'm breaking it down a little bit to make it easier for my stick blender. But you see I keep those seeds in there. I want that heat. That's gonna add some nice flavor. You see that tomato? The top was a little bit beat up, but the core of the tomato is good. So we're gonna put that in there. This is refrigerator marinade. The key is if you've got, things that have been hanging around in your refrigerator, this is a great way to use those things up so that you avoid food waste. And it makes a delicious marinade for chicken, beef, pork, lamb. I use this all the time. See the cilantro? I'm just gonna take this and twist it and kind of break it apart. And we're gonna blend this anyway with the stick blender, but you want that cilantro in there. I know what you're saying, hey, I don't like cilantro. Well, what's in your refrigerator? Do you have celery? Do you have green pepper? Do you have dry oregano? Do you have basil? What do you have that you can use as a green herb here? Because when this all comes together, this is gonna help flavor our chicken. So if you don't wanna use cilantro, find some other herb. You could use parsley here, but I picked cilantro for a reason. It has an assertive flavor and I like cilantro. So that's why I put cilantro into my refrigerator marinade. All right, let's put that juice from this lime in there. So we got 1 lime. To make a good marinade, you need fat, salt, and acid. And so the lime juice is gonna give us our acidity. So that whole lime goes in there. You could zest the lime and put the lime in there too to even add more flavor, but for my purposes, just squeezing the lime. See our Sazon packet, let's throw that in there. I know you're saying, where's Mr. Accent? Accent MSG is in this Sazon packet. So you already get your monosodium glutamate. So I just throw it in there. And also you're gonna get some nice color from that annatto. We got this ground cumin. So I'm gonna put it in, just for recipe purposes, I'm gonna put it in a heaping tablespoon. Not essential, you don't have to put that in there. But the cool thing about this marinade is that it has a lot of Latin flavors in it. A lot of flavors inspired by the Latin community. So now what we're gonna do is take this and blend it all together. You could put a couple drops of water in here if it doesn't want to blend, but I'm gonna start with this right here, and then we're gonna blend this together with my stick blender. See how smooth that is? And I'm filling at the bottom with the blender to see if there's any grit down there from any remaining salt. But this is what your marinade should look like. It should be nice and smooth, and the salt should be dissolved and blended into the rest of the ingredients really nicely. We got our whole chicken here, y'all, whole bird. And so this is a Springer Mountain chicken. This is the chicken that I prefer at home, the type of chicken I prefer at home, I should say. Springer Mountain, whatever they're doing, they make amazing chicken. And so I'm gonna show you guys how to prepare this chicken to be roasted. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start by looking inside the chicken to see if there's anything in here. And sure enough, there's a packet in there. Now I knew there was a packet in there, but I wanted you to see that there's a packet of stuff in there. And those are just the giblets, the innards of the chicken, the different organs and stuff. And so we take that out, and you can discard that, or if you're creative, you can use that to make sauces and gravy and stuff like that. The next thing I want to do is I want to just start here by snipping off these wing tips, right? These are going to get discarded. Once again, if you were creative, put those with those innards and brown them up and make a gravy or a sauce with that. But for the purposes of roasting our chicken, we don't need that. So the next thing I want to do is look for any excess skin on the chicken. On here on the opening part of the chicken where they cut that chicken open and removed all that stuff, I'm just going to trim all this excess skin away. You don't have to do this, but I do this because I like a nicer presentation with my chicken, and we cut all that excess skin off. Same thing here with this tail. I'm gonna cut that off too. And kitchen shears, poultry shears, these are really good to have in your kitchen. So we're gonna spatchcock this chicken. And it sounds intimidating when you hear the phrase spatchcock, but all it is us splitting the chicken open. And so I flip this chicken over, and what I'm doing is I'm gonna look and find the spine of the chicken, or what we call the back. So if you wanna find the spine of the chicken, here's the beginning of it, the neck. Just follow down that line, and that's the spine of the chicken. And so what I do when I spatchcock my chicken is I start down here at the bottom, and I'm gonna cut on the side, each side of the spine, to remove it from the chicken. So you start here, and you'll kind of see when you start cutting, it's right there on the back side. And with these poultry shears, makes it really easy to do this. Voila, that's your chicken back cut out. So now when we open up the chicken, you can open up the legs of the chicken, and this is pretty much a spatchcock chicken. This is what it's gonna look like, if you cook it breast side down, and if you flip it over, it'll now lay open. The only thing I like to do next is I like to inspect around where I removed the back at to see if I see any type of entrails left in here. So you see that, those guts, just gonna remove those from the chicken. And this is our spatchcock chicken. Now, what I like to do at this point is take my chicken and run it under some cold water just to give it a good rinse. I know it's become very trendy on the internet to not wash your chicken, that people put out videos talking about why you shouldn't wash your chicken. But I'm sorry, I'm from South Georgia, and I grew up in a household where we wash our meat. So I'm gonna wash this chicken under cold water to get all this stuff out of here, and then we'll apply our marinade. So if your chicken doesn't wanna lay open, as a pro tip here, what you can do is you can sort of come in here and split that bone right there, that breastbone from the backside. And then now you get a little bit more participation from your chicken when you want to open it up and butterfly it with this spatchcock technique. But this is what your chicken's gonna look like. And when you flip it over, legs down, making good contact with your cooking surface, yeah, that's a beautiful spatchcock chicken. Okay guys, so this chicken is gonna marinate overnight. That's one of the secrets to a good roasted chicken. You wanna marinate it overnight. And so I've got this chicken in a Ziploc bag. It can fit into a gallon-sized Ziploc bag. And all we're gonna do at this point is take our time and just pour in our marinade. So I'm gonna pour this in, All of this goes in to our bag. And then what you want to do is just kind of take your time and massage this chicken to get the marinade on all sides of the chicken. Be careful not to spill it out. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and seal this up. And then all I wanna do is take my time and work this bag to get this marinade, to get this chicken marinated. When I tell you this is gonna be the best chicken you've ever made, and it all starts with stuff that was in your refrigerator that was gonna go bad. This is my Sprinkler Mountain chicken coated in my refrigerator marinade. And we're gonna let this marinate in the refrigerator overnight. And then I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna roast this chicken in my newly cleaned oven. You don't wanna miss this, guys. This is how I cook. Okay, so here's our chicken after it has been in the refrigerator, not 1 day, but actually 2 days marinating in our refrigerator marinade. The chicken has been spatchcocked, as you can see, just like I showed you how to do it. And this is what your chicken might look like depending on what you put in your version of this marinade. So I've got my oven preheating my cast iron up to 400 degrees. I've got a cast iron platter that I'm gonna roast this chicken on, and I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like after it cooks. I can already hear you now saying, well, how long is it gonna take to cook this chicken? It will take as long as your chicken takes to cook. You need to get an instant read meat thermometer, and in the breast meat, you wanna be at least 165, and in the dark meat, you wanna be around 170 to 175. But this chicken is gonna go in my oven probably realistically for about an hour and, I say probably for about an hour and 10 minutes, hour 15 minutes. But come back, because I'm gonna show you guys what this beautiful chicken looks like once it comes out the oven. Here is our beautiful roasted chicken after it has marinated in the refrigerator using our fridge marinade recipe. As you can see, that is simply an amazing roasted chicken. So I want to show you a couple things about how this chicken turned out so that you understand exactly what we're doing with the whole cook process. So remember, I put the olive oil into the marinade. Well, look at all this beautiful browning on the surface of this chicken skin. You've got a nice crispy skin here. Also, we had plenty of salt in that marinade. So when you salt chicken like this, you get a beautiful brining process that takes place in the refrigerator. So this chicken retains so much moisture. You see all that beautiful liquid that accumulated underneath the chicken as it roasted. Also, Springer Mountain chicken is really juicy. That's why I start with Springer Mountain chicken. The spatchcocking saves us some time in the oven. I think this particular chicken took about 50 minutes to cook. I thought it was gonna take about an hour and 15, but this chicken took about 50 minutes to cook. Also, this cast iron skillet, see it underneath there? This cast iron skillet was super hot when we put the chicken in. So that helps concentrate the heat to cook the chicken and roast it beautifully. You don't see any sogginess on the top of the skin. When we carve this up, this is gonna make a beautiful presentation. I'm actually gonna serve this for dinner. So I'm gonna take some pictures and then I'm gonna sit down at the dinner table with my wife and I'm gonna tell you guys what I think about this chicken. All right, guys, so I'm sitting down here at the dinner table and I'm about to cut into this chicken and I'm gonna give you guys my reaction. I've been licking my fingers already, so I know this chicken is amazing, but I want you guys to see it on camera before we wrap up the video. All right, so you see that? You see that beautiful color on that white meat? See how moist that chicken is? You see that? See that chicken? See, the reason you don't like white meat is because you're probably cooking it wrong. But here we go. I'm sorry, y'all. This is so hard to do for y'all. When you know how to roast a chicken, it is hands down probably my favorite thing in the kitchen to cook for a dinner. It looks impressive on the plate. You can customize what you give people. That piece of chicken, I'm gonna jump out the window. That's the best piece of chicken I've ever had this year. That might be the best piece of chicken I've ever cooked. Guys, Wait a minute, let me try this one more time. I'm gonna show you another piece of this chicken. I'm gonna show you some of this dark meat. See this chicken? See how beautiful and moist this chicken is? See it? That's unbelievable chicken. And that came from my refrigerator marinade. I gave you the recipe. Hey, keep those things in your refrigerator at home, and you can make this chicken anytime you get ready. One more bite, guys. Mm. Ah. Flavorful, moist, aromatic, delicious skin. Guys, I'm Jamison. This is how I cook, and this is a weeknight dinner. Do me a favor, hit that subscription button and turn on those notifications. Let me know what your favorite piece of chicken is. And if you try this recipe, let me know. Guys, you guys be good. I'm getting back to dinner. Every single bite